we have the founder of Body Approach Gym, a trainer, a father, and a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Praveen Nair.
First of all, I know the days of Fitness First.
Exactly, yeah. I used to be working for Fitness First for 5.5 years, almost 6 years.
5.5 years pehle, Praveen bhai was a fitness trainer at Fitness First.
Exactly.
And then he went to open up his own gym.
Let's call it Body Pro Coach.
Body Pro Coach. Now, bhai, tell us about your gym first.
So, well, we do have a concept of working on all the 10 aspects of fitness that starts from. So, we majorly into CrossFit and Pilates. At the same time, we offer other programs. So, we majorly focus on group class and at the same time, personal training. But yeah, we specialize on majorly into CrossFit, when we teach all those movements, which comes down to be again, functional fitness. So, which just makes it very, very important and something very cool, which you guys must be knowing about it. That's about Pilates. So we do have a Pilates, reformer Pilates studio. So yeah, that's about it.
I love it. The way we are.
And I think one more thing I just want to add up. We do have one more offering that's about called as Kids Fitness, wherein we.
Kian Nair,
yeah.
Kian Nair is the star of Body Pro Coach. Praveen bhai's son.
Yeah, that's my son who's about 7 years right now.
Your daughter as well.
My daughter is also there. Who's over 3 years.
They are fitness kids. So they are fitness kids. I see them, I see your Instagram stories, I see them, and wow, these are how kids should be raised.
I think yeah. So when I started gym, Kian was about almost 3 years, and I started training from that time, Kian. And I think kids fitness is something which is nobody's focusing in that particular scenario. And there's a huge market lying, and I have a gym which is very close to the girls' school. So when those kids comes out at about 2:30, you get to see 99% of the kids are probably obese or and as soon as you get out, they get to see this vada pav dukan. And they all take one vada pav and step out of there and start eating that, and they go home. I'm sure that they must be hungry, but the thing is that we lack information, we lack education in that particular field of fitness, or they don't know about it. Though with girls' school or any of the schools, they provide a lot of things like sports, and they have judo, they have karate, all this kind of stuff. But I think they lack information, and we have, I think, fitness coach or this kind of platform has to step out and take an initiative and give that information. So, and that's about it. Like look forward in about 20 years, they are going to be the leading people in the field.
They are the future.
Yeah, in the future.
And we need to secure the future.
Exactly, that's about it.
So, Praveen bhai, how long have you been training?
Yeah.
The one, the fit Praveen, अभी तो आपको आप सिखाने के लिए बोल दूँगा आप दिखा दोगे. So
I think that a lot of bodybuilders they have better equipment than me.
No. How long have you been training?
I've been exercising from about nothing less than about 20 years by now.
20 साल.
20 साल से कर रहा हूँ.
20 साल से. And how? अभी question इसमें नहीं है, but how has the industry changed from last 20 years?
Yeah, I believe the social media, the Instagram and Facebook. Of course, Facebook has been there from a long time, but I think Instagram has given a big edge to it. People get to know exactly what's going on international levels, and we try to pretty much copy that or try to imitate those things. And of course, we are getting also better at the same time in that running around time, which is a very, very, very cool part of it. Yeah. So I think, when myself, I remember a bus by. So we started back in Lina Mogues about a few years back, a bus by. So that time we did not have platforms like the Instagram or Facebook as much. So we never take pictures or videos. So I think this time, this scenario, this last, I think if you look back about 2 years or 4 years, there's a huge way of marketing yourself. You can showcase a lot of things, and I think the newcomers in fitness industry has a big platform already. So which is a very, very good thing. And something like Inspire India Summit is one biggest thing I think happening right now. And I'm looking forward to see a lot of good things coming from the company right now.
Trying hard. What's your daily schedule? What time?
My daily schedule, see, being a fitness person, I believe all of us, somebody was saying a few minutes back, saying that particular person sleeps for about 4 or 5 hours. I think we all have the same schedule. We all work really hard because I believe it's a very challenging field. You have to be updated. You have to be working hours, working long hours. in order to meet those, professional, whatever thing has to be met on a daily basis, and you have family to look after, all those kind of stuff. But I think what I've been doing the last few days that I've been keeping an eye out for about sleeping for 7 hours. I believe that, because I'm also turning old now. So it's very important that you take care of yourself, and if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be too late then.
Right. Who is your role model? When was the first time you picked up a bargain?
I would say Rohit is my role model now.
No, my role model. No. And
when I started my gymming thing way back, a few years back, I think Arnold used to be my motivation. But I think it's too much to talk about that particular person because he's of course achieved a lot in life and was a bodybuilder. But yeah, talking about fitness industry, I would say if you guys know about body coach, so that goes down to be more fitness, not about bodybuilding. That's more of a fitness scenario when he motivates or inspires people to do a regular routine of about 25 minutes or 30 minutes of exercise on a regular basis, and that keeps you fit. Not building muscles, I would say, but of course keeping yourself fit, having a good heart. You can do a regular activities in a sporty manner. So that's what I'm trying to promote and trying to teach people.
what would you be if you're not into fitness?
Tricky question. I would say I'm some kind of an author, to be very frank. I believe in giving back to society. Whatever you learn, at the end of the day, you should give it back to society. That's what we should, yeah.
Body coach author.
Body coach author.
Right? Okay. What is the secret sauce of your fitness?
Yeah, well, I don't work out too long in the gym now, I work out for about 25 or 30 minutes, but I believe that, it's about consistency, it's about doing that thing on a regular basis, it's about the nutrition also. I don't really follow a very strict regime as such, but whatever I do it on a regular basis and I try to do it through all the days.
It's more of being consistent.
It's all about consistency.
Right? Any advice that you want to give to our audience and the listener who are going to listen to you after this interview?
Yeah, I believe it's about lifestyle. I get to see a lot of people. I'm sure that right now I get to see a lot of fitness professionals around here, but if you talk about a fitness scenario or a gym scenario, everybody does it for a very short time, goal kind of stuff. They do it from the point of view of weight loss or probably 6 packs, but it's very rare that you get to see that they're maintaining that same scenario for a pretty long time, They do that, they lose weight again, they gain back. So I believe that's about lifestyle. We all have to learn a certain lifestyle and be happy about it.
परफेक्ट है भाई आपसे एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन और पूछना चाहूँगा कि आपका जिम है, आप बहुत सारे लोगों को इंस्पायर करते आपको भी कोई इंस्पायर करता है? आपको भी कोई इंस्पायर करता है?
जरूर, I think, yeah.
हाँ, so like inspire. Now tell me about how you and Mehak ma'am into fitness. How did how did it started and how did you guys became the fitness couple that is there right now?
So Mehak is from a finance background, so she has MBA in Employment Finance. So yeah, we met, we dated, we got married, then I approached her to become a nutritionist. She did some course, then recently she has done some master course in Pilates. So that's how it started. I believe, being husband and wife, being in the same field, you have much more things to discuss, you understand much more things, and you have a better prospect to grow faster. So that's what I believe.
Right, one last question that I want to ask. What do you think about inspiring this? इसका future क्या है? क्या लगता है?
First of all, I want to say that, as I probably said in the beginning, that it's one of the best initiatives that you've taken towards thinking about the trainers or the community, and I look forward to see this as one of the biggest platform in the coming years.
Thank you for the kind words and thank you for.
Thank you. I think you put in a lot of effort. I've seen you when you were talking about this. Inspiring this, I made about a few months back, and I think I met you at Fitness. You said that I'm going to start something like this, and today I get to see you on the stage, and such a big platform. So I know that you put in a lot of effort, and it's just something I highly appreciate it, man.
Thank you. This is because of you.
I think because of all of us guys, I'm going to just add one more thing. Abbas, right? So Abbas bhai. He is one of my inspiration again. I remember that when
पहली बार इंडस्ट्री के तीनों सेलिब्रिटी ट्रेनर नाम बैठे हैं पहली बार
yeah. So I remember that when I started back in Inamogir, so I used to come, used to be a freelance trainer there, coming training Philips back to back. So I used to come up to a plus and ask him, when you need tips, I videos. thanks guys. I think everybody inspires everyone. I saw a lot of bodybuilders, fitness models coming and talking. It's just really such an amazing thing to see you guys here. And thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.